I'm Jasper.
And I'm Tina.
I'm the vicar of the Beacon Church, which is on an inner city estate in Sheffield. Well, this area is an area we really love, and we really believe in God's going to do some amazing things. But at the same time, it's a challenging area. It's quite high on the multi-deprivation indices. In particular, it's in the top 100 most deprived wards in the country. I think early on, the biggest challenge was helping the church to understand how you go about doing mission. The mission has to be about go and make disciples and not ask them to come here and do things our way. And I think early on, some of the church struggled with that idea. But as we've developed, we've realised we need to do far more than simply make our Sunday mornings more appealing. We actually have to do what Jesus said, which is go and make disciples. Go to their culture, whether it be children and youth, and really connect with what they're interested in, their music, their language, the activities they enjoy, and go to where people are. People out there in the community. It may never occur to them they should come to a church. Level 1 training did several things for us. First, it helped us to do an audit on where we were at. And we used the sowing, reaping, keeping type framework that Lawrence Singlehurst developed. And we recognised we were strong at sowing. We had lots of ways of connecting with the community, activities that we ran as a church where people from the community would connect with us. However, we were a lot weaker on reaping, on seeing people actually come to faith. And the weakest of all was discipleship. There's very few examples of sustained long-term discipleship out of all our sowing and even reaping activities. And so we recognised that the areas that we needed to really strengthen as a church. Well, what we learned about Simple Church was a very simple way of doing discipleship where people gather together, perhaps around food, they perhaps pray for each other. We then do a discovery Bible study, which just means looking at a passage and asking some simple questions about what does this passage mean, then what does this passage actually mean to you, and then what are you going to do about it? Those type of questions, and maybe an additional question about who you're going to share this with, to encourage people to be sharing their faith or sharing what they're discovering. I think the other key thing about the Beacon as a building is it's going to act as a resource centre for mission in this community, a place where we can train, where we can support, where we can sort of gather people together before we send them out. I think that's really key. We shouldn't see the Beacon simply the church where people gather, but rather the mission centre from which people are sent.